Good afternoon to everyone. This is the sum we will do in this lecture. Following is the balance sheet of B Limited as on 31st March 2013. So what is given? Balance sheet of B Limited is given liability side, asset side. There is 50,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, 5 lakh. Then there is general reserve, 10% debentures, profit and loss account, creditors, bills payable. In the asset side, we have goodwill, building, plant and machinery, investment, stock, debtor, bank balance. Now, after balance sheet, what else they have given? For the last 5 years ended 31st March, the company's profit after tax were as follows. So, from 2009 till 2013, past, and the balance sheet is of for 31st March 2013. So, they have presented the profit after tax for the past 5 years, for the last 5 years. What is it? 85,000, 90,000, 96,000, 1,10,000, 1,39,000. The company sets aside 10% of profits for general reserve. The fair rate of return in the industry may be taken at 10%. So fair rate of return is nothing but the NRR, normal rate of return. So in this particular industry, the minimum return which is expected is 10%. What have they asked us to find out? We have to find out the value of business, and we have to find the equity share on the basis of earning capacity method, which is a part of yield method. So yield method में हमें we have to find out the value of equity share, and we will have to find out the value of business. Now when you are talking about yield method, the returns are given. So in this sum also, they have given us the returns. They have given us that what is the returns for past 5 years it is given. So what we can do, we can find out the average profit. So let us find out the first step. Because 5 years income is given, let us find out the expected profit after tax and let us find out the average, because 5 years information is given. So this is nothing but our future maintainable profit. So what is there? What is the first year's profit? It is, what will be the formula? Total profit divide by number of years. So total profit 85,000 plus 90,000, nothing other information is not given. 96, 1,10,000 plus 1,39,000 divide by how many years information is there? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So divide by 5, we will get the average profit. So how, when we add all the 85,000, 90,000, 96,000, 1,10,000 and 1,39,000, we get 5,20,000 divide by 5, which will give us the average of rupees 1,04,000. So we have got the FMP, we have got that. Now is the tax rate is not given. See, the tax rate is not given. And do we require the tax? Because if they have given some changes in the future profit, then tax rate was required. Matlab, if they have given in the question that in the future this expenses will not be there, or in the future there may be a change in the profit, increase or decrease, then that would have affected the future profit, and for then we would have required the tax rate. Because tax rate, what we will do, tax, then we would have found out the profit before tax. We have adjusted the changes in profit, and then we would have calculated the tax, minus tax, you would have got the profit after tax. But here nothing, no information related to the change of profit is given. Therefore, what we can do, we don't require the tax rate. Directly we have found out the profit after tax. So we have got the average profit. Now what information they have given? Do we have any? We need to find out the value of business, and we have to find out the equity share, value of equity share. So we don't have any preference share. So here, this is the profit what we have. We have the FMP. FMP what we have got is equal to 1,04,000, and from this FMP, from this profit, what we will have to do, if there is preference dividend, what we do, we less the preference dividend, but there is no preference shares, so no chance of preference dividend. So from this amount, what we will have to do, we will have to less what they have given, transfer, let me just, this amount what we have got, let me show it here, transfer to reserve, transfer to reserve. How much is the transfer to reserve? Transfer to reserve is 10% of the profit. So 1,04,000, 10%, how much will that give us? It will give us 10,400. Then we will get the profit to equity shareholders, and we will get the final profit. So what we will do, transfer to reserve minus kar diya. Now we have the profit available to shareholders, profit available to shareholders. So which will be how much? 1,04,000 minus 10,400. How much it is giving us? Just minus 1,04,000 minus 10,400. It is giving us 93,600. And now what we will do? We will have to find out the expected rate of earnings. We will find out what is the rate of earning that equity shareholders are getting. Expected rate of earnings for equity. It is how much? The formula for that, what is the formula for that? The formula for that will be, see here, profit available to equity shareholders divide by equity share capital or equity shareholder. We can also take equity shareholders fund. We can also take shareholders fund here. That is also correct. Or if we take only equity share capital, that is also correct. Equity share capital into 100 into 100. I will have to take it here because the formula is going down. So here profit available is how much? And one more thing what we can do here is, see, transfer to reserve also belongs to equity shareholders only. When we are calculating profit available to equity shareholders, also this reserve what we are transferring to the reserve capital, the profit which we are transferring to the reserve also belongs to this equity shareholders only. So if we are not minusing this, if we are not deducting this, and we are directly calculating 1,04,000, then also that is also correct, because that 10,400 belongs to the equity shareholders only. So 93,600 डिवाइड बाय, हियर इंस्टेड ऑफ इक्विटी कैपिटल अगर हम इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स फंड लेते हैं तो इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स फंड में व्हाट कम्स, उसमें इक्विटी कैपिटल आल्सो बिलोंग्स टू इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर एंड द रिजर्व्स आल्सो बिलोंग्स टू इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स को ऐड करके लेंगे तो आल्सो इट इज करेक्ट. सो हियर I have written equity share capital. So equity share capital is 5 lakh. While explaining you the formula, I had told you कि in some sums they may also take only equity share capital or equity shareholders fund, which also includes the reserve. That way also it can be done. So here how much you get? Give me the answer. 93,600 divide by 5 lakh into 100 is giving us 18.72 rate. This is percentage. So with this, now we have to find out the value of equity share. Value of equity shares. So what will be the value of equity share? Value of equity shares will be expected rate of earnings, what we have find out, divide by normal rate of return, which is given in the question, into what is the paid up value per share. Paid up value per share value, paid up value per share. How much is the paid up value per share? That is given, it is 10 rupees. So here, what we got, this is 18.72 divide by what is normal rate of return. Normal rate of return fair value is also 10 and paid up value is also 10. So we will get the same amount, that is value per share will be 18.72 per share. So value of the per share is 18.72 per share. Or instead we could have also taken here, instead of equity share capital, the paid up share, that is the equity shareholders fund. Equity shareholders fund includes equity share capital plus reserves. That way also we could have taken. So plus reserves may we have only one reserve, that is profit and loss account. So ऐसा अगर लेंगे formula, तो you will get a different answer of different value of per share. तो अगर ऐसा लेंगे तो यहाँ पे P&L account is a reserve which is 25,000. So यहाँ पे what would have happened? यहाँ पे 5 lakh plus 25,000 would have become 5,25,000. This would have become 5,25,000, तो हमें आंसर ये माइनस करके मिल जाता 17.26%. We would have got 17.26%. और यहाँ पे फिर the formula, this one would have become 17.26, 17.26 divide by 10, that is no NRR into 100, then we would have got 17.26 per share. But what we have done, we have taken only equity share capital. So how much we will, it is only, see, both ways we can do. So here how much we are getting? How much we are getting here? We are getting 18.72, and so 18.72 divided by this same 10 into 10 upon 10 into 10, we get the same answer. So with, and one more thing they have asked us, see, we have found out the value of equity share, but they have also asked us one more thing, that is they have asked us value of business. They have asked us value of business. So value of business under yield method is what? It is, what is, it is FMP. It is FMP divide by NRR, FMP divide by NRR into 100. This is the value. मतलब अगर NRR, if FMP is equal to 10%, it is, so what will be the value? 100% value. The FMP we have got 1,04,000 divide by 10 into 100. How much are we getting? How much are we getting the value of business? 1,04,000 divide by 10 into 100. Value of business is 10,40,000. The value of business, what they have asked, is coming to 10,40,000. With this sum is done. So let us come to the next sum. The following is the balance sheet of Mrs. Shining Star Limited as on 31st March 2014. Here share capital is there. We have authorized share capital. Authorized में there is 50,000, 8% come preference shares of rupees 10 each. Then we have 40,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. See, 5 lakh, 4 lakh, this is the authorized, means the maximum capital which the company can issue. Then below authorized, we have the issued and paid up share capital, wherein we have 40,000, 8% cumulative preference shares of rupees 10 each. 4 lakh out of 50,000, 40,000 shares are issued. Out of 40,000 equity share, 30,000 equity shares are issued. 3 lakh general reserve is there, P&L account is there, current liabilities and provisions. Under current liability, we have 1 lakh. We have provision, provision for depreciation, provision for tax, proposed dividend. In the asset side, we have land and building, plant and machinery, furniture. Current asset, we have stock, debtor, cash and bank balance, and we have fictitious asset, deferred advertising expenses, 70,000. They have given us the turnover. Turnover means the sales and net profit for the last 3 years ended 31st March 2013. So turnover, that is sales, is 31,20,000 for 2010-11. For 2011-12, we have 40 lakh 44,000. 12-13, it is 50 lakh. Same way the profits also are given, 3 lakh 5,000, 4 lakh 50,000 and 5 lakh 60,000. Calculate the fair value of equity shares of the company, assuming the fair return on investment in the company doing similar business is 12%, also compute the value of business. So here we will have to find out the value of share as per fair value method. The fair value method is the average of net asset and yield method. So we will have to find out both the methods, net asset as well as yield method, and दोनों methods का when we calculate the average, we will get the value of equity share as per fair value method. So under fair value method, what we do, we will have to find out the value of equity share from both the method, net asset as well as yield method. Then we will have to find out the average and we will get the value of equity share as per fair value method. And they have also told us to find out the value of business. So let us start this sum. First one, we will find out the value as per net asset method. So first what we will have to do, value of equity share, value of equity share, value of equity share as per net asset method, as per net asset method, net asset method, net asset method. So here let us insert, because we will have to net asset matlab we will have to take all the value of asset, whether if revised value is given, revised value, otherwise we will have to take the balance sheet value, book value. So particulars rupees, and then we will have to take value of all assets. We can see revised values are not given, so we will take the value of we will take the balance sheet values. So let me see if I can do the copy paste. We don't want here, we want only the fixed, we want only the fixed and current assets. 1 minute, let me properly copy it. Let me copy it here. Okay, and then what we want the values, because new value is not given. I will have to take the balance sheet values only. New value is not given, so I will take the balance sheet value. Control V. If I don't want this current asset in between, I will delete it. Okay, so I have written all the values now of all assets. Now what I will do, I will take the total. I will write the total. I want the total, so I will write the total here, total assets. How much is it coming? What is the total? We can, because here we have not taken any fictitious, we don't take any fictitious asset. We take all the assets and fixed asset and current asset. So here if revised value is given, we will take the revised value. Otherwise, we will take the old value. So 2,20,000 plus 4,40,000, 80, 3,10,000, 3,50,000, 1,70,000 is giving us 15,70,000. इसमें से now we will less all the external liabilities. We will less all the external liabilities. External liabilities means liabilities which are external to business, other than the shareholders and reserves and surplus. All other liabilities we will take. So let us see what is there in the liability side. This authorized share capital is the limit issued share. We will not take the share capital, we will not take the reserve. Other than that, whatever is there, all we will take. So there is current liability provision, provision for depreciation, tax, proposed dividend. So I have written all of them. Now because new value is not given, we will take the old value. I'll copy it here and I will paste it. Now we will also require the total. Total, how much is it? Total is coming to how much? 7,30,000. Now what we will get is our net asset. How do we get our net asset? How do we get our net asset? A minus B. So A is this total assets and B is our total of external liabilities. So A minus B, how much we are getting? We are getting 8,40,000. This net asset is nothing but our value of business. This is nothing but our value of business as per net asset method. So this you will have to remember. So this is the value of business. इसमें से what we will do, we will less ये business का जो value है उसमें सबसे पहले whom we will pay the preference share capital. So how much is the preference share capital? Preference share, see authorized, never look into the authorized. In the issued and capital, how much preference shares are there? 4 lakh. So हम जो भी business को sell करेंगे, all the assets are sold, from that the liabilities are paid. अब external liabilities को pay करने के बाद, see, value of share as per net asset method is normally calculated when there is a sale of business. So सारे asset को sell कर दिया, उसमें से liabilities को pay कर दिया, तो हमारे पास बचा 8,40,000. That is the value of business or our PC, value of business or our purchase consideration. So इसमें से सबसे पहले we will pay the preference shareholders, which is 4 lakhs. Now the remaining amount is the assets or the value available for equity shareholders. For equity shareholders, how much amount will remain for the equity shareholders? It is 4,40,000. Now how to find out the net? How to find out the value per share? How to find out the value per share as per net asset method? For this, we will take assets available to equity shareholders, asset available to equity shareholders, divide by number of equity shares. So let us check how many number of equity shares are there. There is 30,000 equity shares. Our limit is 40,000, but out of 40,000 issued is only 30,000 equity share. So one equity share का value कितना रहेगा? If there is 4,40,000 assets available, if it is distributed among 30,000 shares, one share ka value will be 14.67. Per share will get rupees 14.67. This is value per share as per net asset method. Now we will go to the second method, which is yield method. Next we will yield method. Next we will go to the yield method, and yield method में what we will do? Yield method में we will require the FMP. What we will require? We will require the FMP or the expected profit. We want the expected future profit. So expected future profit के लिए expected future profit, that is we will have to take out the average expected profit or our FMP. So is it profit after tax given or profit before tax is given? See, only net profit, they have not told anything. So it will be after tax profit because nothing kuch nahi bola hai about our profit. So how we will calculate the FMP? How we will calculate the average FMP, average profit or the FMP? Total profit divide by number of years. Number of years. So here what we will do, total profit is how much? इसके लिए we will have to check of the question. 3 lakh 5, 4 lakh 50, 5 lakh 60. So 3 lakh 5,000 plus 4 lakh 50,000 plus 5 lakh 60,000 divide by number of year is 3 years. So add all the profits. How much we are getting? 13 lakh. We are getting how much? 13 lakh 15,000 divide by 3. So how much is it coming? It is coming 4 lakh 38,333. This is our FMP. Now FMP to mil gaya, we have got the FMP. Now after getting the FMP, this is our FMP. This is our FMP. इसमें we will, nothing is given about the transfer to reserve, but what we will have to do, we will have to, from this we will have to less the preference dividend. मतलब जब भी profit decide होगा, whenever the profit is decided, from the profit first preference is given to the preference shareholders. They will be paid the preference dividend. So how much is the preference dividend? 4 lakh is the capital of preference and dividend percentage is 8%. So preference shareholders, we will pay them the dividend. So what we will do, 4 lakh में we will pay 8% dividend, which is 32,000. Then profit available to equity shareholders will be how much? Profit available to equity. Profit available to equity is minus करके 4,06,333. Now, once this is done, we will find out the rate. We will find out what we have done in the last sum also. What we had done the expected rate of equity earnings. We know the amount. Now we want the expected rate. We want the expected rate of earnings to equity. उसके लिए what we will do, we have the profit available to equity. We have the profit available to equity. Profit available to equity divide by equity shareholders fund. दैट इज या तो इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर फंड लेंगे तो भी चलेगा, और लास्ट सम में हमने क्या लिया, वी हैव टेकन इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल. सी some sums you will find that they have taken the capital only, and in some sum you will see that they have taken equity shareholders fund. Both the ways is correct. So into 100 is the formula. Not taken reserves, only capital. So substitute the formula. 4,06,333 divide by capital of equity is how much? 30,000 into 10 na? 30,000 shares into 10, which is 3 lakhs, divide by 3 lakhs into 100, we will get the percentage rate of expected equity earnings we will get, which is how much? 135.44%. Now what we will find out? We will find out the value per share. उसके लिए the formula is what we have got: expected earnings, expected rate of equity earning, expected rate of earning divide by NRR, which is given in the question, into paid up value per share, paid up value per share. So paid expected earning we got 135.44. Divide by NRR is how much? In the question, just see how much is NRR. It is 12%. Similar fair return for on investment in the company doing similar business. It is NRR is 12%. NRR is how much? NRR is 12%. So divide by 12 into paid up value per share is 10. So we are getting how much? We are getting rupees. How much you are getting? Do this. How much you are getting? 135.44 divided by 12 into 10. We are getting 112.8666. So we will take it. 6 means more than 5. So 1 digit we have extended, increased. This is our value per share as per, this is, I will take it in the next line. So this is our value per share as per yield method. Now what they have asked us? They have asked us C, that is fair value. They have asked us value as per fair value method. And value as per fair value method is what? It is the average. It is value as per value of share, value of equity share as per net asset plus value of equity share as per yield divide by 2. Divide by 2. So let us substitute with the formula. How much it is? 14.67. 14.67 plus how much we got? 112. Yield 112 divide by 2. Find out how much we are getting. How much we are getting? We are getting rupees 63.77. So we have got this also. Now what they have asked? They have asked one more thing, and that is they have asked us to find out value of business. Value of business. As per net asset method तो हमें पता है. As per net asset तो already we know. As per net asset method, value of business is how much? See here हमने already लिखा है value of business. net asset के हिसाब से asset minus external liability हमें मिला है 8,40,000. So value as per net asset method is rupees 8,40,000, and as per yield method, what is the formula? FMP divide by FMP divide by NRR, which we have done in the previous sum also, into 100. We are finding out the capitalization value. So FMP kitna mila hai? How much is the value of FMP? It is FMP is 4,38,333. So 4,38,333 divide by 12 into 100 karo. You will get the amount. How much we are getting the value of business? It is coming 36,52,775. So finally we have got the value of business as per yield method and value of business as per net asset method. We have got long back here. So with this sum is also done. So now we will do the next sum. Find out the fair value of shares of Yash Limited and value of business from the following information. So again we will have to find out the fair value. Fair value means what? Fair value means we will have to find out value as per net asset method. Then we will have to also find out value as per yield method. When we will take the average, we will get the value as per fair value method. And they have also asked us to find out the value of business from the following information. So let us start this sum. Issued and paid up capital is given. Number of shares is 2,50,000. Equity shares of rupees 10 each fully paid 25 lakhs. Then we have preference share 50,000. 10% preference shares of rupees 10 each fully paid 5 lakh. We have reserves and surplus in which we have general reserve and we have profit and loss account. Then we have current liabilities and provision. Creditors 8,50,000. Bank overdraft 4,50,000. Then there is fictitious asset. Preliminary expenses 2,50,000. Discount on issue of shares is 1 lakh. Discount on both are fictitious asset. The profit of the company for the year, the profit of the company is given in the question. It is 12,50,000 before tax. Then we have that it is said that it is expected that the profit will increase by 20% in the future years. The rate of income tax is 50%. NRR, normal rate of return, is 14%. Let us start with this sum. So first we will have to find out net asset method. Value of equity share as per net asset method. So for that I will have to insert a table. New value, revised values of assets are not given, the assets and liabilities. In that case, we will have to take the given balance sheet values, particulars, rupees. So here, what we will do, question, what is that? Yeah, one more thing. Here, net asset method may we will have to take, because asset values are not given, we will have to take the liability approach. Here in this sum, we will have to find out the net asset. We can also call it as intrinsic value, because net asset method is also called as intrinsic value method, asset backing method, breakup value method. So let us call it as intrinsic value, because here assets are not given. In the question, if we see asset values are not given, so we will have to find out the value of equity share as per from the liability approach. From the liability approach, what we will have to do from the liability approach, we will, how to find out the net asset, or you say intrinsic value, what we will have to do, we will have to take equity share capital. We want the share, we want the shareholders fund. What do we want? We want the shareholders fund. So shareholders fund, for the shareholders fund, equity share capital. Then we also have preference share capital. Then we also want the reserves and surplus. So here, how much is the equity share capital given in the question? 25 lakh, preferences 5 lakh. So I will write here 25 lakh. I will write here 5 lakh. How much is the reserves? Reserve, there is general reserve, and there is reserves and surplus, there is general reserve, and there is profit and loss account. So when we add both 10 lakh and 7 lakh 50,000, which will come to 17 lakh 50,000. So we have got the shareholders fund. From this, what we will do, we will less the, you must have done your vertical balance sheet. In that, how do you find out your shareholders fund? You add the share capital and reserves and surplus, and you less your, what do you do? You less the fictitious asset. So we will less the fictitious asset. So fictitious asset may, what is there? Fictitious asset may, how you get the capital employed? How you get the capital employed from the liability approach? That only we are doing here. There is no long-term borrowings here given in the question. So fictitious asset is there. So fictitious asset में कितना है? Fictitious asset में we have 2, preliminary expense and discount on issue, which is giving us, I will write here, there is 2,50,000 plus there is 1 lakh, which is coming to 3,50,000. So when we minus this, we will get the value of business. We will get the value of business. Value of business. Capital employed also you can say it is coming to how much? 44 lakhs. From this, firstly, we will, when we get our value of business, we will firstly pay the preference shareholders. We will pay the preference shares. How much is the preference shares? Preference share we already know from the above, it is 5 lakhs. Then the amount left out will be the net assets, because assets is not given in the question, and liability, you know, the balance sheet, liabilities and assets are, the value of liabilities will be equal to the value of assets. So when you got the liability approach, either way you can find the net asset from liability approach, or you may find it through asset approach. So you may also call this as net asset. Net asset or value of business, net asset available for equity shareholders. Equity shareholders. How much minus? You will get 44 minus 5 lakhs. 44 lakhs minus 5 lakh. You are getting 39 lakh. Now we will find out the value per share. So value per share is will be equal to net, will be equal to net assets, yeah, assets available to for equity shareholders, divide by number of equity shares. Equity shareholders divide by number of equity shares. So this is 39 lakhs. Number of equity shares is how much? We'll get from the question. It is 2,50,000 number of equity shares. See, Number of equity shares is 2,50,000. So I will write here, divide by 2,50,000. So it is coming how much? It is coming rupees 15.60. This is value per share as per net asset method or intrinsic value method. Now we will have to do the next method for coming to fair value. We want net asset and yield method value. Taking the average, we will get the fair value. So yield method, we want profit. See here what is given. We want FMP, but what is given in the question? Profit of the company is given. Profit of the company before tax is given. Here see, profit of the company before tax, it is 12,50,000, and there is an expectation that the profit will increase by 20%. So add 20% increase. Add 20% increase, which will be equal to how much? 12,50,000 plus 12,50,000 into 20%. How much is it coming to? It is coming to 2,50,000. So our net profit or our FMP before tax will be how much? Add, you will get 15 lakhs, and here we will less the tax, which is 50%. Tax at 50% will be the half, 7,50,000. So we get our FMP after tax again as the same amount, 7,50,000. From this, what we will less? We will less the preference dividend. From this, we will less the preference dividend, because we have preference shareholders. It is 5 lakh into how much is the percentage of dividend? Let us see. It is 10% preference share. So dividend percentage is 10%. So what we will do here, into 10%, which will come to 50,000. So the profit available to equity, profit available to equity will be 7 lakh. Will be 7 lakh. Now what we will have to find out? We will have to find out the rate expected. We will have to find out the expected rate of earnings. इसके लिए expected rate of earnings of equity. For that we want profit available to equity. Profit available to equity shareholders divide by our equity share capital or shareholders fund. Equity share capital into 100. So our formula में we will substitute 7 lakh divided by equity share capital is 25 lakhs into 100. How much rate we are getting? Expected earning is how much? 28%. It is coming to 28%. So our next step will be value per share. So value per share is how much? It is expected rate of earning divide by NRR into paid up value per share. Paid up value per share. Same formula. Expected is 28. NRR is how much? Look into the question. NRR is given. NRR is 14. So divide by 14, and paid up value is how much? Paid up value per share is, I guess, 10. We will again see, check in the question. How much is equity share per value? Per face value is how much? It is 10. So how much is it coming? 28 divided by 40. We are getting value per share as per yield method. We are getting as per yield method. Yield method, we are getting 20 rupees. Now we will have to go to third, that is we will have to find out the fair value method, which is the average of, which is what we will have to take. What is the formula? Value as per net asset plus value as per yield method divide by 2, we'll get the formula. So as per net asset is how much? 15.60. As per yield is 20. 15.60 plus 20 divide by 2. How much we are getting? Fair value method. Value as per fair value is how much? 17.80. So we have got this also. Now last one, they have also asked to find out the value of business. Value of business. So value of business as per net asset. It is given in the net asset method ka value. It is already we have find out while doing the net asset method. Value of business is 44 lakhs. Value of business is 44 lakhs. So I will write here 44 lakhs. And yield method में, yield method, what is the formula? FMP divide by NRR into 100. So FMP is how much? How much did we get the FMP? FMP we have got as, where is the FMP? FMP we have got, see, 7,50,000. FMP here, FMP we have got 7,50,000. So I will write here 7,50,000. NRR is 14, na? 14 into 100. How much are we getting? We are getting the value of business as per 53,57,142. Check whether you're getting this answer. 7,50,000 divide by 14 into 100, 53,57,142.8. We can take it 143. With this sum is also done. Thank you very much, everyone. I end the lecture here.